I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken languages, spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rocker at Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie, and welcome to the premier Knicks morning show, the Knicks morning drive. Good to see you. Good to be with y'all this blessed morning. How y'all doing out there? Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Okay. I see y'all out there this morning. Looking for some stuff here, man. Got some I missed the early morning meeting this morning. Things just been a little wild, been a little crazy. Yeah, man. How y'all doing out there? Good morning. Good morning. King Ribby is in the house. Allow Wise is in the house. AJ is in the house. What's good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. How y'all this morning? Good morning. So I was telling, you know what? Before I get into that, let me do a thing just really quickly, right? Yo, for one, it be mad cold in this room that I sit in. For some reason, this room, Studio G, is like the ice box, right? For some reason, it's like the ice box, man. You know what I mean? Guys be like, yo, you be having a hoodie and a coat and a hat. Yeah, man, it be nippy in here, man. It's nippy in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but good mornings. I hope wherever you right off my shoulder, like right adjacent to me, is two grown behind dogs playing in the middle of the floor. So if it looks like I'm distracted, it's because I'm distracted. 19-month-old, almost 20-month-old pit bull is growling, talking about arr, arr, arr. And then I have another dog. I don't know what kind of dog. He's some type of bulldog. We don't know what. Right? We don't have papers on him or anything on him. We don't have papers on him, right? But they're in there playing. One dog is not 2 years old yet. The other dog is probably about 12 or 13 years old. And they're in there playing like it kind of gives you the vibe of that movie with Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hey, Miss Mocha. Hey, what's the name of that movie? What's the name of that movie with Ray Charles and Richard Pryor and Red Fox in them in it? Not Ray Charles, Eddie Murphy, and yeah, that movie, Harlem Nights. So they give you the impression of Harlem Nights, right? And see, now she going back in there to fuss at the dogs. She going back in there to fuss at the dogs, man. So it gives you the impression of like a young dog and an old dog. Harlem Nights. That's what they give you the impression of. I think they done toss something up in there too. They're gonna be in trouble. She gonna put them in. How bad is the damage? They got to go in their cages. Okay. So it's not that bad. Dripmore is in the building. What's good, y'all? Anthony D is in the building. It's hilarious to look at because my pit bull is probably bigger than Miss Mocha, which is hilarious, by the way. But they scared to death of her. She be, yeah, I know y'all should be blah blah blah. And they used to be so scared. They would like squatting down, like scooting their little butts on the floor. They be so nervous. Hey man, Dominic, what's good, man? What's good, boss?
Did y'all miss me or what?
Man, listen to that voice. Man, you back from the military already?
Dog, man.
Man, you guys miss me or man? Yeah, we miss you, but geez, hey, how you been?
I've been all right, man. Just I'm a little rusty because man, I miss being here. So it's good to be back on Knicks morning drive, man. We'll see what the Knicks got this season. NBA preseason is coming around the corner, so we'll see what our team's got.
Seems like what, about 8 days?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
About 8 days. Not for sure. I hadn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hadn't been keeping track of the Wizards at all. You know what I mean? I'm not for sure if they're like in like a transition mode, or if they're just trying to fly intentionally under the radar, or if I'm not for sure where they are as a franchise. But
Yeah,
the Knicks are trying to do the same, fly under the radar. So it's been hard finding things to talk about.
Yeah, man. Like you said about my boys, like you said, we're in transition mode. That is actually right. We're in like a full rebuild mode for this upcoming season. So hopefully we do well. We'll see what we got. I've been meaning to ask you this. How are you feeling about your Knicks this season? I'm curious to hear.
I'm thinking we're gonna win about 60 games, but I don't think we're championship contenders. So I know those sound like two things that shouldn't occupy the same space, but that's basically where I am with it. I think we're going to be a great regular season team, but we have to prove ourselves. We'll have to prove ourselves in the playoffs. So I'm not confident in how far we go there, but I am excited about the upcoming season because a lot of teams took a step back last season in order to get a good draft pick in the draft, like the Wizards. You know, the Wizards got Bilal
Yes.
Coulibaly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that said, I don't think, or I can't imagine taking a step back in one season and then being ultra competitive the very next season. Generally, when you take a step back to regroup and gather yourself, it takes a little time to gather momentum. And so I think this is that time period where they're still trying to gather that momentum or whatever. So I think the Knicks are going to take advantage of that and some other factors, and you know maybe look
Yeah.
really good during the regular season, but when the playoffs come, then we'll be tested. But everybody's tested in the playoffs. So
Fair point. Now, for me and my boys, like you said, we drafted Koulibaly. Really good guy. Definitely do well. I mean, like you said, we drafted Koulibaly, so
right.
I,
And
I think we'll
he's
win
raw
about.
too, but he's raw too, by the way. So so they don't know what they have. They may have an excellent franchise small forward, and then at the same time he's still raw. So even if he's that guy,
Right.
you guys probably have to wait a couple of years for him to become the man.
That's a fair point, but I think we'll win about 50, 55 games maybe. I don't think we'll make the playoffs, but I think we'll be decent this season. You know, we still got some guys that are key players on our roster for this season, so I think we'll be a decent team.
Okay. I have a question for you. Are
What's
you a
up?
gamer? Are you a gamer?
Yes, I am.
I have a question for you. So let me preface the question with back in the day, I was probably the best Street Fighter player on planet Earth, right? The best. Nobody even close, right? I struggled with this game, Mortal Kombat, though, right? And like 35, however many years later, there's a new Mortal Kombat out, and I'm struggling to see if I should buy it and put time into it, or
Mhm.
or just let the you know what I'm saying, just let this one pass. What type of gamer are you?
Oh, glad you could ask me that, Freezie. I'm glad you could ask me that question. You see, there are certain type of games I'm into, like MLB The Show. Of course, my
I
man
love
Sonic.
MLB. I love it. I love
Yeah, yeah, love it. I've even got
I'm,
MLB The Show 23 with Jazz Chisholm Jr. on the cover.
right. I think I have that one too, man. I love playing with shortstops, bro. I love playing with. I'll get a shortstop and bat second for any team in the MLB. I don't even care.
Yeah, um,
That's my dream. I love playing defense on the show, man.
yeah. There's also some other games I'm into, like Sonic the Hedgehog, my favorite
Okay.
franchise, of
Okay.
course.
Right.
So some Super Mario games like Mario Party 10, been getting that. So
Right. Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Man, listen, man. MLB The
Also,
Show is my favorite. I ain't gonna lie to you.
also, there's something I've been wanting to say.
Okay.
So you may be asking why I have my Nationals City Connect gear on for today, right?
Right.
Well, that's because this Saturday I'm heading out to Nationals Park in DC to see my boys take on the Atlanta Braves.
Good. Good. I know that's gonna be exciting, man. I know. It's so as a Mets
yeah.
fan, as a Mets fan, I hope you guys beat the Braves 50-0. But I'm sure you have a similar level of dislike for the Braves, also being a Nationals fan.
Oh, I sure do. I sure do. But hey, I respect your Mets. I definitely respect your Mets. Respect them with all my heart. I know you guys have had a rough year, but hey,
Right.
hopefully next year will be better for you boys, the blue and orange.
The blue and orange. Yeah, man.
Yes,
Things
sir.
happen, bro. Things happen. Things happen all the time. For in sports, things that you can't predict. I mean, just look at the Aaron Rodgers injury, for example. You plan things one way, things go another way, and there's nothing you can do about it, really, except say keep the train moving.
Right.
That's basically it. So yeah, man. So how did you guys plan this trip? Did you already have it circled on the calendar, or was it a fortuitous series of events?
Oh, glad you could ask. Well, obviously, my mom bought tickets for it about like a month ago or so.
Okay.
So this was already planned about a month ago.
Okay.
Right.
That's dope. That's dope. So what do you plan to do? What do you plan to do at the ballpark? You gonna buy a bunch of national stuff? Eat a bunch of $13 hot dogs?
I mean, I may get a couple of Nats gear here and there. Just watch my boys, Lane Thomas, Joey Meneses, Luis Garcia, those guys on the roster.
Right.
Yeah, maybe have some chicken tenders and fries with the drink here and there because I tend to have some food at Nats Park every once in a while. So yeah,
Right.
man, it's got to be a good time.
I'll tell you what I generally do. I try to, and this is me being an old cheapskate, right? But I generally try to stay away from buying ballpark food. I generally try to eat before I go. But then when you get to the ballpark and you walk through the concourse and you see all these stands and you smell all the different aromas, man, the sausage dogs, the taco stands, everything. Ballparks have everything you could ever want, man. And so even though I try to eat something before I go, I still wind up getting $9 ballpark pizza anyway. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The $9 hot dogs anyway, something like that. So yeah,
Right.
man. So yeah, so
And I'm looking at the weather for the Saturday game at Nats Park. Looks like it's going to be raining all day. 80% chance of rain.
wow.
Yeah, I've just got my fingers crossed, hoping that the weather will change before Saturday. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Where are you guys sitting? Up top, down in the bowl? You guys have a suite?
Well, I'm not too sure. I think it's somewhere around the Nats dugout near the first baseline. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys got pretty good seats then. You get to see the guys come out in the on deck circle. You get to see them and get to yell at them.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to the baseball games, bro, I'm not a big fan of sitting. I like either sitting right behind home plate, right, where those foul tips come, where the foul tips come back to you,
Right.
or way out in the home run areas, right?
Ooh.
Like I give you an example. My cousin lives in the DMV area. He lives in the Baltimore area. And so
Ooh.
occasionally I'll sneak up and go check out an Orioles game. I don't even care who the Orioles are playing. Historically, they've been bad. And so sometimes we've gone to a game and watched very bad baseball, like the Orioles and Pirates. But it's still fun, right? It's still fun, even though the baseball is bad. the event itself is still fun. So we'll go out
Right.
there and sit in left field and just out there in the sunshine and just watch the game and keep score and all of that stuff. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How has school been?
Been
Been
my
smooth?
homeschool. Yeah, my homeschool has been smooth. Just hanging in there. It's getting good.
Yeah, man. Just hang in there, man. It's one day you're doing one day you're sitting at the desk, and the next day you're president of the United States, and a whole people love it. A whole bunch of people love you, and then a lot of people don't. It's weird. It's weird how that happens. How you could be popular and disliked at the same time.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man. So Mel Besson says I'm a Yankees fan. We play the National this season in New York. And Andrew College says Atlanta 99 Nationals won. Wow, okay. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be that bad, but Atlanta's a pretty good team, man.
Yeah, they just won the National League East not too long ago for the 8th straight season.
Yeah, I dislike Atlanta, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but
really
you mentioned the Orioles a moment ago. Have you seen how good they've been this season? Because I have.
Yep.
They shut their doubters' mouths. They even clinched the postseason spot not too long ago.
Yep. It just shows you that there is a such thing as a Buck Showalter curse.
Yes.
King Ribby, what's good?
So much. What's up, Freezie?
Hey man, when we gonna do it? When we gonna do an intro, bro?
Yo, I'm waiting on you, man.
I checked my email twice. I've been checking my email the whole time.
No, because I sent you it twice, so you cannot say that.
Okay,
look at the email right now because I can't. I sent it to you again last night. So
you sent it to Rep the Past.
Huh?
You sent it to Rep the Past at Gmail.
No,
bro. Come on, Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm confused now.
Brooklyn. Hold up. Remember, I told you I was locked out of the other email account. And I even told you that I put the new email address in a private chat. The chat remembers. I'm gonna put it in a private chat again. I told you. I was telling you the other show that the other email address that I had for the show, I'm locked out of that account.
Damn. All right, so send it to me right now. I'm gonna do it right now.
There it is right there.
How you feeling though?
I'm good. Where Brooklyn at?
Yep, we here.
Brooklyn, where's Brooklyn in the house? What's good? Yeah, man.
Hold on 1 second. For this.
CWC is in the building. CWC says you making the playoffs if you win in 55 games. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Mel Besson says, as a Yankee fan, I'm happy for the Orioles. Postseason back in Camden Yards. MLB is better when Yankees and Red Sox suck. Rays, Jays making the playoffs in AL East is crazy. Bam. Yep. Yo, so King Remy, let me ask you this. I've been wanting to ask somebody from Brooklyn this for a long time.
Okay, go ahead.
What is the best part of Brooklyn? Yo, every time I Google it, right? Because I'm not in the city. Every time I Google the best part of Brooklyn, all Google searches say the best part of Brooklyn is a place called Williamsburg. DSJ, is that accurate? Is the best part of Brooklyn Williamsburg? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. If you're from Brooklyn, tell me the best spot in Brooklyn, New York. Man, look at that, bro. I made $29.43 just sitting here. Ha ha. You could tell scams on the internet, bro. And scams all over the internet. Brooklyn Buddha says it depends on what you're looking for. Like for me, I'm just looking for people everyday people. That's all. Yeah, don't try to impress me with no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this is where you can get the best jewelry from. Nah, I'm just talking about like regular people every day, like everyday people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, I don't impress easily. Like if you like, yo, they be shooting on such and such, that don't impress me, bro. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Or the you don't don't try to impress me with like, yo, the property value over here is such and such. I don't care. I'm talking about the best people. I like people, man. You know what I'm saying? I like people. If you're a good person, if you like if you're a real person, like if you're a good person, I tend to gravitate towards you. You know what I'm saying? All the other stuff, man. I don't really get into all that stuff. DSJ says no. Flatbush is the best part of Brooklyn because it connects to Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, and the Eastern Parkway. I ain't gonna lie to you. Over the years, I've been kind of partial to a place called Crown Heights. Right. I've been there one time in my life, but I know a lot of people from there. And all my people from Crown Heights always seem to be good, down to earth people. AJ says East New York is the best part of Brooklyn. Okay. Hey AJ, I'm gonna take your word on that one. I'm gonna take your word on that one. East New York does have a reputation though. King Ribby said he sent it to me. I'm still looking for the email. I don't have it, King Ribby. Okay. So
Yeah.
I don't did you just send it?
Yep.
Okay.
Just sent it again. I feel like
Okay.
this fifth time, fourth time.
I don't have it yet. I'm gonna check all my
If you don't got this, then something is wrong.
Hey, you know what? If what we may need to do, what we may need to do is if you put your email in the private chat, then I'll email you and you can respond to it.
All right.
Yeah. I checked my spam folder, bro. I don't see it. Okay. Did you put your email address in the private chat?
Yeah, I'm going right now. Just sent it.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna copy that. All right. All right. I'm gonna copy that, and then
Why you?
I'm gonna send.
Why
I'm
you?
gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm sending. I'm sending you a kite right now.
All right.
All right. So let me
Nah, but
do.
not to cut you off, but what's up with these Knicks? Man?
What's good? What's
I
good
want
with
to.
it?
I want to talk about Knicks, man. I don't want to talk
Let's
about
go.
baseball and stuff like that. I want to talk about Knicks, man.
Let's go. Let's get. Yeah, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. What's good?
So let's start it off.
All right. You want me to start it off? Like you want me to start it off? I'll start it off. Yo, I think Randall gonna make the All-Star team again. And I think we're gonna start talking like he is better than Melo.
All right. Oh boy. Everything you said, I could agree with, but the Melo, no, I don't agree with it. I guess that's me and your personal beef. I guess I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
No. X
Did
X
he?
X X Mets then.
Believe that Randall will get the same talk as Mello.
No.
Yeah, or start going down that path. I'm not saying immediately. What I'm saying is that if Randall makes All NBA and the All Star team 3 times in 4 years, then the conversation will start to bubble about Randall being just as good or just as impactful as Carmelo Anthony.
I'm not sure about that. But then again, Melo's impact was dampened by the in the back end of his tenure with the Knicks, predominantly due to a serious litany of injuries that he got, the animosity and constant butting of heads with Phil Jackson and the yes men coaches he had to deal with, and players that were not compatible to his play and teammates that were not compatible to his play style, especially after Woodson and most of the 2011 to 2014 core got blown to pieces. That's what essentially killed Melo's run with the Knicks.
Right. Can you agree with Freezie? Not to cut you off.
What he just said, yeah.
Okay.
He didn't say anything that wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. But here's the thing: I hold Carmelo Anthony in high regard, right? I do personally. If you don't, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because reasonable minds can disagree and have different sensibilities.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like what everybody else likes, and everybody else doesn't have to like what I like. Right? It's just how whoever you are, you like what you like. Right? But what I'm saying though is once you get into that sphere of great Knicks forwards, Carmelo Anthony is there, Bernard King is there, and if Randall makes another All-Star team, you're gonna have to start putting Julius Randle in that category. Is what I'm saying.
So
is that not fair?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I compare it to? Say if you're a Mets fan, right? If you're a Mets fan,
start on that, please.
If you hold Mike Piazza, David Wright, Darryl Strawberry, in a certain regard, right? Cleon Jones, Tommy Agee, Hubie Brooks, all in a certain regard, right?
Jerry Koosman,
Yeah, Jerry
Tom
Koosman. Yeah,
Seaver.
yep. All those. Say if you hold all those guys in a certain regard, right? Um, um, and then you see Pete Alonso has another 40 home run season. At some point, you got to start adding Pete Alonso to that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Whether you think he's only been doing it for a short amount of time or not, you know what I'm saying? You got to start at least thinking about is Pete Alonso an all-time great New York Met? Even though it seems like he's only been here for a little while.
5 years.
5 years, yeah. Right. I think Pete Alonso is on pace to be the Mets all-time home run king, right?
He's currently about 6 or 7 short of 200 career homers.
Right.
Let me double check how many he's got.
Right. Jerry
He's got around 500 ribbies or thereof.
Yeah, Jerry Fitz said Felix Milan. I hadn't heard that name in so long, bro. Hey, Jerry Fitz, you know your stuff, brother. You know your stuff.
Who's Felix Milan?
He was a Caribbean infielder the Mets used to have in the 70s, in the early 70s. I can't remember. I think he played second base for us. Oh. I hadn't heard that name in so long. And then the thing about him that I remember, it doesn't matter. Listen, I think he was an infielder, right? And when he came up to bat, his uniform used to always be impeccable, brother.
He's 9 from 200 homers and 8 from 500 career ribbies.
Okay. So he'll get the home runs probably next season. But the ribbies, if he gets hot, he can get those at the end of this season. If he gets hot. Because the
problem I think the Mets have had in terms of their hitting productivity is Stu Barnes. The guy has no understanding of plate discipline, hitting for contact instead of power. He's all tunnel vision on getting that ball over the damn fence.
Right. Well, but here's the thing too, though, is you have others on the team. Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil,
Lindor.
Lindor, all those guys, bro. Those guys should be batting at least 275, 280.
The fact that Alonso has basically regressed to hit at 220 is frustrating.
Yeah. Salute to HB Carlos in the building. Carlo, what's good, man? Salute from the great state of South Carolina. Carlo in Portugal. Salute. Yeah, man. HP Carlo in the building.
It's weird we never did do anything with that Met channel after the preseason.
Yeah. Just been busy, man. Just got a lot of personal stuff.
Fair enough.
Going on, man. I'm still recovering from. Yeah. Bro, if you see the setup I have in here, the way I have things set up in here, y'all will be like, man, get off this channel and go get in the bed, man, and put your leg up. But here's the thing. I want to throw at King Ribby. King Ribby, I still don't have your email. Man.
Nah, I sent it to you just now. Check it.
Just now. Okay. All right. On SoundCloud, I got you. All right. Hey, listen, I'm gonna let y'all rock the mic real quick. I'm gonna check out King Ribby joint. I'm gonna ask y'all a question though.
Okay.
Is Tom Thibodeau the guy to take the Knicks into the future? Like based on what you've seen from Tom Thibodeau, based on what he's done, is Tom Thibodeau the guy to take you and take this team into the future?
No. You already know my reasons why. I view the guy as an overblown tin man who offensively commits himself to the tunnel vision setup he's always utilized. It's stagnant, it's brittle, it's stale. He needs to adapt and change tactics. But because of how slow-minded he is offensively, it burns the defense out constantly. And that annoys me. What about you, Ribby?
You don't think we probably could use like a how can I say it? We need like somebody that's like higher than Tibbs that's gonna tell him what to do and not just let him do everything, because him doing everything is where we at right now, where we don't have a backup power forward. Like, how the hell we don't have a backup power forward, but we
Blame
just
that on
signed Dante.
Leon Rose for trading away draft picks constantly.
Yeah, like his mind is just, I don't know. Like, yo, and then you think Julia's gonna play what?
Like I
38
said,
minutes, like 40 minutes? Like, come on, like, let's be real.
like I said, he's a tin soldier. What do you expect? He doesn't have a heart. He's more a machine than a man.
Like, that's serious. But I mean, if that's what he want to do. But to be honest, I think this is last straw, because if he don't make it to the playoffs, I don't think he's gonna be here next season. And
even if he does, he needs to adapt more promptly if he wants to get further than round 2.
Yeah.
Because for as long as I've been a Knicks fan, which has been like since the 94-95 season, they've only gotten past that point twice. Lost the 99 finals to San Antonio and knocked out in the conference finals the following year by Indiana. Every other year, it's been knocked out in round 2, knocked out in round 1, or never make it at all.
Yeah, man. Coaches.
Bad coaches, bad get-rich-quick fix, just by getting big names who are well past their prime. Incompetent cover-ups. James Dolan being more focused on running the Rangers than he is.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nah, for real though, but.
And even at one point trying to sign a crack addict. You know the meme.
I don't want to say it.
After Jackson drafted Ntilikina in 17, Stephen A. Smith and Matt went over a list of guys that Jackson had acquired since 2014. At the end of the list was Phil Jackson's very first signing attempt as executive. It was Lamar Odom, who was on crack!
Yo, that joint is fire, sir. That joint is fire. I just listened to a King Ribby. That was fire, bro.
Okay, that's my friend on the hook, but that's me spitting and stuff like that.
Yeah. Who did that beat? You did that beat?
Yeah.
Okay, look at you. Okay, all right. I see you, boss. That's fire.
Good looking.
That's why I would play it on the channel, but there's a word that the man say on the hook that YouTube would take us down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That's dope, bro.
That's for you though.
Yeah, man. That's fire. I appreciate that too. That got me amped up this morning. You know what it is man. So what it is I'm on the phone all day, man. Like I'm calling people all day, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Sometimes I dial a phone. Like sometimes I'll be like this on the desk, like knowing nobody will answer. You know what I'm saying? And so this song that King Ribby just sent me got me amped up. I'm gonna play it later. I'm gonna keep playing that to get me pumped up, bro. Shout out to Brooklyn. Is that drill?
Somewhat, not really, not
Really, right?
I don't want to call it drill, to be honest. That was just
Okay.
me saying what I gotta say.
Okay. Yeah, that's fire, bro. That's fire. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. So when you gonna send your send your intro? I'm working on the intro for Mets, but I don't know what time. I'm still going through like 4 or 5 songs. When you got you a beat that you wanna, or you want me to pick one
Yeah,
for you?
it don't it to be honest, it's up to you. I could send you a beat, or you could choose a beat. It's up to you,
Send
to
me.
be
Can you send
honest.
me that beat? Can I use that one for you?
Yeah,
You just the instrumental.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then I use that for your. I use that for your intro. And then that way, hopefully, by the end of the month, I have an intro for me and for Mets. Both of us will have an intro. Hopefully. But intros are hard, man. It's not like you just go
I
do.
know.
You know what I'm saying? You got to find like the perfect. You got to find the perfect joint, right?
And not to cut you off, but shout out to Greeny. What? Because he took my player, you know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna choose that intro, like as far as the RJ. So
What?
now, yeah,
So now
that's my
you gotta find.
player.
So now you gotta find somebody else.
So it's like, yo,
Now you can still go with RJ, bro.
alright,
I can spit you a 9 God verse on your intro if you want me to.
I
You know,
bet.
you know what I'm saying? A little something, or you could do it yourself.
Alright.
I hear you. I heard you. Yo, shout out to King
It's up to
Ribby,
you,
man.
man. It's up to you.
Shout out to Ribby. Where can we find? Oh, you know what? I know exactly where to find your stuff on SoundCloud.
Or
But
YouTube.
huh?
Or YouTube.
Okay. So, but where can we go to support your stuff, though? Is what I'm saying. Like, say if we want to buy something.
To be honest, SoundCloud, because that's where all my songs I made is at. But
Okay, so I'm unfamiliar with SoundCloud. Can we contribute monetarily? Can we like put some cash up there?
they don't. It's not like that, to be honest.
Okay. All right.
You just go and you just listen to music,
Okay.
and then you download the song, whatever you want to play and stuff like that,
Okay.
or listen to.
Okay. Yeah, man, I like that one, bro. You know what? When I hear that song, you know what I think? I think
But
that's a song that should be on the Madden soundtrack. You play Madden? You play Madden?
who? Nah. I don't play football.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's
Used
crazy.
to, but I'm getting sick of how every game is getting turned into an RPG game where you have to jump through hoops because of BS microtransactions and prerequisites and stuff.
Paywalls everywhere. Paywalls everywhere, bro.
And
Yeah,
not
I feel you.
and not to mention those dumb requisites in the 2K games just to get the best my team crap.
Right. Yeah. Man, it's
I'm
crazy.
doing too much.
That's why I don't play sports sims anymore. Outside of maybe the show, because I don't really bother with the RPG mode. I just play the season mode.
Right. Yeah. The show, to me, in my opinion, I think the show is the best video game going. Right. Now they will try to microtransact you to death and roll to the show. And roll to the show, you'll be awful for a long time unless you buy some level
This is
up
why I
or
don't play
grind.
Road to the Show mode.
Right.
And why I dodge most of the other sports sims games.
Right.
Whether it's NHL, FIFA, Madden, NBA 2K, even WWE 2K, I don't touch.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Touch anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
Cause these games have gotten like out of
and
control.
the price, what the heck,
Yeah, man.
And then you got the deal with first-person shooters adding battle passes. Is every damn season.
Yep. Yep.
Same thing
Never
with
knew
fighting
it.
games to a lesser extent.
It wasn't like this until that stupid game Candy Crush came out. Once Candy Crush came out and people started spending all that money in Candy Crush,
Yeah.
cancel that yo, you remember that? Yo, King Ribbon, you remember how your girl used to download Candy Crush? She always be on the phone,
Mhm.
or a lady always
Never
be on
really
Candy
played
Crush.
it.
Yes.
Never played Candy
My
Crush.
mother.
Yes, bro. Oh my
I mean,
God, bro.
if it's to an RPG or an overly addictive puzzle game, fine. Not to sports sims.
Right.
Sims,
Yeah.
the same thing. It should not be in FPSs. Shouldn't be in platformers. Microtransactions, battle passes. They should only be in RPGs or puzzle games.
Right. Yo, otherwise it's like, yo, I'm playing Candy Crush right now. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, Candy Crush will nickel and dime you to death, bro. I mean, to pieces, right? But let me get back on this Knicks thing. The thing with Tibbs, I hear what y'all saying, man. I don't know though, man. Tibbs is taking his team a long ways, bro. You
No,
feel me?
not to cut you off. I didn't say like as far as he didn't get fired. So I said that's what, like we need like an assistant that's gonna tell him like as far as when to do the right things, because
When it's
you
time
don't
to wind the rock.
do the right things all the time.
Right.
So
Right.
you don't agree with that?
No, I think I agree with it. I just need time to think about what you're saying.
Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no disrespect to what you and Mets are saying. It's just sometimes, I need time to process what it is that you're saying. Right.
The
Like
whole
for instance,
Miami series, not to cut you off, but that whole Miami series, you don't think so? You think that Miami series is peaceful? Like, fine, nothing really wrong.
no, that's not what I said.
Okay.
No,
But I'm asking you that.
Okay. So of course there were a lot of things that went wrong in that series, and all of them can't be blamed on the coach.
No, of course.
Right. When Bam Adebayo dunked at the rim and Mitch and Mitch waved at the dunk, Mitch, it's the playoffs, brother. What are you saving fouls for? And when you go to the rim, they foul you hard and send you to the line. When they go to the rim, you wave at their dunk. Mitch, you got to foul hard, man, at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bam Adebayo dunk in Miami is the one that I knew that they were grown men and we were babies. Because when Mitch went to the rim, they almost broke Mitch's neck. When they go to the rim, Mitch is trying to do the right thing, the gentleman thing, right? And furthermore, in the Cleveland series, when Randall went to the rim to dunk and we were up by 7, and Jarrett Allen fouled Randall hard anyway, and Randall landed on his hip and wrist.
No, yeah, that
right. See, with them, they know it's the playoffs. With us, we out here doing the gentleman stuff. It's like when I'm gonna say this, and I know Rangers fans will be mad, but it's like when the Rangers used to make the playoffs, and John LeClaire and Eric Lindros used to smash up all the Rangers forwards, right? Adam Graves, they used to peel Adam Graves off the boards, right? And people are like, it's not fair. It's not fair. They're too physical. No, it's very fair. But the Rangers, in order to win, they got to step their game up and be physical, right? And plus, you talking about John LeClaire, really? John LeClaire and Eric Lindros, the Broad Street Bullies, y'all getting smashed up by them? Every time we play them, every time the Devils play them, they jump out with their fancy passing, and we'll get them in the neutral zone and trap them to death, and then splatter them all over the boards, and then they'll go play the Rangers and splatter the Rangers on the boards, which is ironic.
Case in point, the 94-95 Cup playoffs, right?
Are you a Rangers fan?
Islanders, actually, but I wasn't.
Islanders, okay.
Yeah, bad time. but it wasn't until a year later I switched from Rangers to Islanders.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Rangers broke my heart in '94. They scored a goal in Game 7, and they went on. They played. Man, we would have steamrolled Vancouver if we'd have got Pavel Bure and all them guys. We'd have steamrolled the Canucks, but
And then
whatever.
about 2 years after you guys won your cup, the Rangers took you out in 6.
Yeah, get back.
And it would take you another 10 years to get payback in the first round.
Yeah,
It's a much more anemic Rangers squad back then.
yeah. I think we overlooked the Rangers. We took them lightly.
Actually, in 06, you swept the Rangers. It was the Hurricanes that swept you up in the storm.
Yeah,
And now,
but we got the Hurricanes too, though. I think we retired Ron Francis. Ron Francis was on a breakaway, and Niedermeyer and Scott Stevens came up from behind and caught him and laid him out, and he had the tripod off the ice.
What happened to Nito? Oh wait, you shipped him out to the Ducks, and he won a cup a year later.
Was it Minnesota?
Anaheim.
It was Anaheim.
Oh,
Now, I think he left in free agency.
We still let him go to Anaheim, and he still ended up winning a cup with the Ducks.
Yeah.
Not to cut you guys off. Y'all support the same team?
No.
The Knicks, yeah.
No. The y'all spoken. I'm talking about hockey or something like that.
Yeah.
No, he supports the Devils. I'm more of an Islanders guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like real hockey, so. Yeah, man. So, but here's the thing. I'm leaning towards the Knicks maybe making a major move. I think I may be in support of that. Are you guys in support of the Knicks making a major move? Or do you guys think we should, stay consistent, grow organically, fix up around the fringes, let this team grow together, develop chemistry?
I prefer organically grown in this case.
Okay.
I may not like it with organic eggs because I prefer pasture-raised eggs, but This is an exception to that rule.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just two things. One, I think we need to hurry up and get rid of Evan Fournier. And two, quickly, I think he's gone.
Really?
In my case, agree with getting rid of Fournier. And two, do not try to get a big name player because what are the possibilities that he's either one, a glass cannon, two, a prima donna, or three, a combination of both?
No, I didn't say get a big player.
I said don't get a big player. I said don't get a big name.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. Recently, since the whole Randall leaving CAA thing came up, it's got me thinking. Now, listen, I'm a big Julius Randle supporter, right? I love Julius Randle. Julius Randle is slowly becoming one of my favorite all-time Knicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, though, is if you can get a great player for Randle, why not do it?
But to be honest, it's only one other player that's in my eyes that's better than him, and that's Giannis. Other than that, who else is?
I know.
Exactly. So if we trying to get if we trying to get Giannis something like that, okay. But if not, then no.
Then what are we doing, right? Yeah.
That's redundant.
Personally, again, my issue with going after Giannis is the whole big name issue. I mean, how often has this panned out for the Knicks to where the player in question either one is not a glass cannon, two doesn't end up becoming a massive overkill prima donna who's me first with the ball, or three a combination over time or out of the box, or three a combination of both. I mean, think of it like this. We first trade down from 7 to 25 to get Antonio McDyess and whatever we can get out of Denver at the time in the 02 draft. McDyess was a glass can who didn't play a lot of games for the Knicks. Bust. Fast forward a years later. Trade that kills us again, the Stephon Marbury trade. On paper, it sounded plausible at the time, but over time, Marbury became just an overkill prima donna who was constantly butting heads with the coaching staff, whether it was Herb Williams, Larry Brown, Isaiah Thomas, twice in both instances, Mike, in that case, or Mike D'Antoni, to the point he got shipped out and has been making most of his money in China.
Right.
Amari Stoudemire. By the point we got him, he was already a glass cannon, tail end of his prime. Great team player? Yes. Durable? No.
I think that's part of the risk you have to take, man.
That's not.
That's part. You just gotta.
Point do you say we can't do this anymore because the risks outweigh the rewards?
Right.
That's my problem with going after a big name.
But not to cut you off, we have so much picks that if we don't get rid of them, we have we have probably like 5 picks or 4 picks this upcoming season, and we don't have players that's gonna fill them roles.
And how long?
The roles is full. I mean,
and how long is it until Leon Rose either one splurges them at the deadline or two splurges them at the draft in boneheaded quick fix trades?
That's interesting, and that's because I think that might be situational, right? Because if you think about it in a linear sense, it won't make sense, right? But if you think about it situationally, well, like what happens if one of those dudes break out and you don't have the need for the others, and then he does that, right? Then is it a case? And I'm only serving the hypothetical because the hypothetical was pitched, right?
The whole deal where what happens if Rose ends up splurging the picks just to get big names again?
Yeah. So what I would say to that is if he does it in the context of the team is on a heater and there's a clear need and a clear availability, for instance, say the Knicks need a shooting guard, and then the Bulls are shopping Zach LaVine at a discount, and so the supply and demand match up, then I say do it. If the supply and demand match up, right? But if it's just a thing where it's,
Just
straight, if you're just trading, if you trade quickly for Bones Highland, what are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? Why would you trade quickly for Bones Highland? Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. When Leon Rose does this BS at the deadline, it seems like it's trading to get a good pick, get a good piece, but often than not, it ends up being trading for the sake of trading. I don't want that.
Right.
Nah, that I could agree.
Right. Look, I'll give you an example. I felt like we overpaid for Josh Hart. Not that Josh Hart is a bad player. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the sticker price and the Kelly Blue Book value didn't line up. Right? You're not giving up a first round pick for Josh Hart. Man, what are we talking about now?
And these are those situations where Leon Rose tends to make a jackass out of himself.
I mean, you know, and no disrespect to Josh Hart as a player, because he's a pretty good player, right? But that's what we doing now. We giving out first round picks for Josh Hart, and then here's the kicker: the pick that we traded Portland.
It went to Dallas.
No. They guess what? Portland used that pick, and guess what they drafted? They drafted a 3-and-D small forward with high shooting upside.
Name
6'8", Keegan Murray.
Oh wow.
Or Chris Murray. Chris Murray, I think, is Chris Murray. They drafted a 6'8" small forward that can defend and shoot the three. Now tell me this. Could the Knicks have used a 6'8" small forward that could defend and shoot the three?
Yes. Yeah. But would Tibbs even bother using him? Because he likes to play small ball? No.
But then I don't think so, because he's 6'8". So I think he would have been like Obi.
And there's the other problem. Tibbs would have shifted him to a power forward.
Here's what I'll tell you. I think he would have moved Quentin Grimes out of the lineup. I think he would have started at the 3, and they probably would have looked at moving RJ back to the 2. Because the things that Grimes offers, so does Keegan Murray, but Keegan Murray offers it at 6'8". I mean, I'm sorry, Chris Murray, whichever one of them. They're twins.
Chris Murray.
Right? Chris Murray, right? I think Chris Murray right now is a Quentin Grimes type play, except that Chris Murray will shoot the 3 more often.
Yeah.
He won't run from the ball. He won't run. Now, this is all hypothetical, right? We don't know yet because we hadn't seen Chris Murray play in an NBA game yet.
I'm gonna hop off, Freezie. I'm gonna hit the lanes soon, so to speak.
All right, boss man. All right, man. We'll holler at you later. So, Knicks fans, what I'm saying is, in the Josh Hart thing, where I felt like Josh Hart was an overpay, right? The pick that was used, the pick that we gave away for Josh Hart, wound up being a 6'8" small forward that can defend multiple positions and shoot the 3.
I like that. I ain't gonna.
You see how frustrating that is, man? Why not give up 5 second-round picks for Josh Hart? Right? Josh Hart wasn't even a starter, bro.
And couldn't they draft Chris Murray and sign Josh Hart?
In my opinion, maybe, probably. Now Josh Hart did help us down the stretch, right? Josh Hart did help us in that playoff run, right? A lot of Knicks fans remind me often that Josh Hart helped us down the stretch, right? But what I'm saying is, why are you giving up a first round pick for a dude coming off the bench? What team trades a first round pick for a dude that doesn't start?
A desperate team that was desperate to make the playoffs and go up another seat, like another round or something like that. But we did fair, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I think, to be honest, if Julius was Julius and stuff like that, like I think the Heat had no chance against us, to be honest. But it's just
okay. Well, I ain't
and
even gonna lie to you.
RJ, and what's his name again? Quickly not showing up. Grimes,
Right.
he did a little bit, but not what was needed.
Right.
So I say this season, I think we're gonna have a good season.
Jerry Fish says trashing Josh Hart, I don't get it, was like getting No, it wasn't, bro. No, it wasn't. Dave DeBusschere was a great player in Detroit, a starter, right? And and also the Knicks didn't give up all of that for Dave DeBusschere. And then Dave DeBusschere got here and the team started winning championships and Dave DeBusschere was a starter. That's the thing I'm talking about. Dave DeBusschere was a starter. I'm not knocking Josh Hart, but teams these days don't trade first round picks for dudes that don't start. That's what I'm saying. Cormega says they did it to appease Jalen Brunson. Felt they had to overpay to get him and keep him. I'm on the fence with all of that stuff. I'm on the fence with all of that stuff. The thing with Josh Hart is I'm not saying that the Knicks should not have gotten Josh Hart. What I'm saying is the price tag. The price tag.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm talking about. Josh Hart is not an NBA starter. Josh Hart is a bench player, man. You know. And I get it. Josh Hart started for a team that was a trash NBA team whose star player was out for the season. I get it. But Josh Hart is not a starter in the NBA. Yeah, I think that's a narrative we keep throwing out there like Josh Hart was somebody. Josh Hart is not an NBA starter, man. Josh Hart is an energy player off the bench. The sooner we realize that as Knicks fans, man, I think the better off we'll be. And for his size, he's undersized at 6'5", 215 to be a small forward.
He can do something with his side. I ain't gonna lie, but that price is just.
Yep. And yeah, and then and 300 and so I'm using basketball reference. In Josh Hart's career, he played in 372 games.
Who?
Josh Hart.
Oh, okay.
He played 372 games. He started in 170 of them. And most of those came in that split season in Portland when Portland was tanking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so that.
he started 51 games for Portland, and then he started 52 games for Portland the year before that. So that's about 100 of those games, and that team was trash. They were a tanking team in the lottery, right? Yeah, yeah, and yeah, man. I see y'all. We say Josh Hart is a shooting guard, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like Frank Ntilikina at point guard. Frank Ntilikina is listed as a point guard, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get the Josh Hart love and support, and I'm supporting Josh Hart also. But as a Knicks fan, we got to realize, man, listen, teams don't trade first round picks for guys that come off the bench. It's just not equitable. It's not a way, it's not the way that you want to dispense your resources. What you want to do with your resources is value them. Black University says Josh is a situational player. That's how they used him, and USA started a couple of games. just because of the lineup situation. Yeah, nah, I get it. I get it. I get that point. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But do you trade a first round pick for a situational guy?
Hell
Like no matter how you describe it,
no.
no matter how you describe it, when you describe it and then ask yourself, do you trade a first round pick for that? Nah, you don't trade a first round pick for that.
So who you think decided on that move?
I think clearly that was a Leon Rose move. I think Tom Thibodeau just went along with it for the sake of going along with it. You know, it's PR, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm in corporate America, bro. I know a PR spin when I hear it. I know PR spin when I hear it. Like, oh yeah, I've liked that guy for a long time, and when I was at other teams, I was this close to trading to get him. No, you wasn't, bro. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't. You wasn't that close, man. It's PR spin. But that pick though that Portland used, they got a 6'8" because here's the thing. Here's the thing, King Ribby. The chat, right? The chat. Not everybody in the chat. Not everybody in the chat, right? But the chat will hit me up with the oh, Uncle Freezie, we too small. We too small, Uncle Freezie. We just Freezie, the Knicks need to go out and get a 6'8" small forward that can shoot the three. And then when I tell them, well, if you wouldn't have traded that first round pick for Josh Hart and kept that pick, you would have got Chris Murray. Then they say, well, how come you hate Josh Hart so much? And I'm thinking to myself, like, how come the chat sometimes is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? You say the team is too small. You say the team is too small, right? Oh my God, we need size at small forward. We need size at small forward. And then when I mentioned that, well, if you wouldn't have traded that first round pick for Josh Hart, you could have drafted Chris Murray. Then they're like, well, what do you have against Josh Hart? And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I talking to two different people? You ever saw that Dave Chappelle skit with Rick James?
Yes.
With Rick James is like, man, I don't do no drugs, man. You know, man, I'm clean, man. Dave always be embellishing stories. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Remember that? That's what it's like sometimes in the conversation. That's what it's like sometimes, right? Like we out here like, man, nah, man, Dave be embellishing the story, man. I would never do, man, I don't do drugs, man. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. And you're like, wait a minute, what did you say? Wait a minute. You legit 2 seconds ago, you were saying one thing and then you just flipped in the moment. It was something else. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like legit all week. Excuse me, not all week, but for the last 3 or 4 weeks, Knicks fans have been in the chat saying the Knicks are too small. The Knicks need to go out and get a 6'8" guy and blah, blah, blah. And then when I say, well, if you wouldn't have traded that first round pick for Josh Hart, you could have had Chris Murray.
How is Chris Murray poor? Not to cut you off. How is Chris Murray a poor man's Obi?
I don't think he is. Chris Murray has a different skill set.
No, that's what Paris just said.
No, I disagree with him on that. Chris Murray is more of a strong, sturdy. He's not an athlete like Obi. He's more of a pure shooter, a decent shooter. You know what I'm saying? Attack, close out. More of a strong defender. He can defend threes and four. Chris Murray, in my mind, Chris Murray is going to be like Chris Middleton.
Okay.
And I think we are going to rue the day when we see, every time we see Chris Murray play like Chris Middleton, and then we look at Josh Hart, we are going to rue the day that we traded that first round pick for Josh Hart. And not because Josh Hart wasn't worth trading for, because he was worth trading for. We should have traded for him. It's just giving up a first round pick for him, in my mind, was crazy. I would have, you know what I would have did for Josh Hart? I would have gave Portland Deuce McBride. And I love Deuce McBride, by the way. I would have gave Portland Deuce McBride. I'd have gave them some young player. I'd have gave them Obi. You traded them anyway. I would have traded Obi for Josh Hart. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, did we all like Obi? Yes. But if we're just merely talking about asset management, you traded Obi anyway. So why not just trade Obi to Portland in that deal? Right? Instead of getting 2 stank-ass second-round picks for Obi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Can't be cursing, man.
I forgot, man. My bad. But my thing is this. Yo, they got rid of Obi, and any Obi fans. Was I frustrated by Obi? Yes. Was I frustrated by how the Knicks were using Obi? Yes. Ultimately, when it comes down to it, is Obi had to show improve, and in the Knicks' eyes, he didn't. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine a scenario where you give up a first round pick, knowing that you're still a team looking to add talent. You give up a first round pick for Josh Hart. I would have gave them all the second round picks they want.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right. How many second round picks y'all want? Y'all want 7 of them? Okay. Y'all want 5 of them? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, not your first round picks, bro. Not your first. And like Paris Douglas said, yeah, and Cam Reddish went too. We gave up Cam Reddish and a first round pick for Josh Hart. Right?
And we got Ryan that we got back again.
Right. Yo, in that trade, we gave up. In that trade, we gave up Svi Mikhailuk, Ryan Arcidiacono, Cam Reddish, and a first round pick for Josh Hart.
Oh God. We got Ryan back. Woosah.
Yeah, man. And Mel Besser says it wasn't just trading a first for a bench player. It's trading for a player who can play with Oh, no, man. No, we can't do that, bro. MB, we can't do that. We can't play that game. That we're trading for a player who can play with Brunson. Brunson's an NBA player. Brunson plays in a league called the NBA. The NBA is full of players that can play with Brunson. Right? It's up to if Brunson can't play with a certain type player, that's a Brunson issue. That's not a Knicks issue. It's just, yeah, man. Yeah, man. We gave up 3 players and a first round pick for Josh Hart. And I'm not knocking Josh Hart, but man, I'm merely talking about the price tag.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The price tag. It basically, we paid, in my mind, it's like us paying $200,000 for a pickup truck. And are pickup trucks nice? Yes. Right? Pickup trucks are nice. But no, you're not paying no $200,000 for no pickup truck. I'm sorry. It's just not worth it. So, hey man, when you gonna send me the instrumental?
I'm gonna send it. Give me like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, because I'm gonna get out of here so I can get back to making telephone calls and all of that. You know,
Enjoy your
gotta make.
day.
Yeah, man, gotta make the donuts. You know how it is. Gotta get this bread, man. I'm trying to come up to the city in January or February. It'll probably be, man, it may be March. It may be March or something like that.
March when? Like what? What time?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
That's crazy. That's my birthday. Yeah, my birthday.
Oh, pop
March.
bottles. Yeah, man. So we probably gonna be popping bottles somewhere. So we'll see what it do. But thank you for jumping in with me, man. I miss this, bro. I like rocking with you in the mornings.
I love rocking with you. So,
Yeah, man.
likewise.
Yeah. And my bad for cutting you off, man. I gotta let you talk sometimes.
No,
I'm a chatterbox though, bro. You know it.
No, it's good.
Yeah, man. So
Don't know
all
what.
right, everybody, we gonna get out of here. The Knicks freestyle coming your way at 7 today. We'll holler at y'all later, y'all. Peace.
All right.